Soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education, soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education. You love, learn something, uninspired and tired is a bad combination, and I'm sad to say that's a dark situation, but I'm thinking of you, so I'm glad to say I wrote a letter on behalf of how I feel today. 7 a.m. in the morning, ain't been to sleep. It's been a night type long and a rough type week. I'm meditating my life on the whole, pondering the where, when, how, ifs I can gain control. It's like a spin of the wheel or a roll of the die. They say that you can be a winner at the game of life, but I know the house don't play to lose, so you better know the math, how to make the move. See, I'm a student of the study, how to proper pursue a blunt portion of the profits produced, paying my dues, so I follow the lolly and avoid the fools. But this is trial by fire, so you must stay cool. One rule, envy is a powerful tool. Spine all times, everything you do. That way, when the Indian's ear get act fool, you can crack those crabs and continue to move. You know, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feel me. Remember back to the slenderest times when we pitched for the pretty penny nickel a dime. Before the world seemed crooked and the gutter was fine. When it was good hood living and a peace of mind. Now that's over. Life will make a grown man sober, head aching, hanging over, feeling funny inside. We never knew the world worked on a bogus design to keep a brother buried deep, broken down and blind. Better still, man, it's ill when you look to find there's a chance to advance, most heads deny. A dream and a slice of the proverbial pie. We will remain to reside in the ghetto of pride. Ignorance is pure bliss and these days provide plenty of it to keep a poor man pacified. I try to put him on the business of knowledge applied, but that's a pickle of a deal that's sour inside. But 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feeling me, man. So many guys that I grew with died, resorted to doing crime and turned doing the time. I can hardly better speak to childhood friends and find every exchange features a fella falling the wayside. That's ill, but then it keeps a brother on bill mode, mentally locked and loaded, ready to deal with any form of friction you can fathom the feel. In a world that wheels drama and fires at will, it bust from dawn to dusk and aim to kill. Cause a lot of souls shook and afraid for real. So instead turn their head, tuck tail and chill, in the hopes not to cope, but that's whack. See, you and I are like a different breed, and we bring to the
another beautiful day in the Queen City, and as always, it's my pleasure to be with you. A little cold here as we get ready to get things started here. Whatever your morning commute is, it's my pleasure to be with you. And today's no different. A lot of things to discuss. Today is Monday, February 29th, 2016. And let's get into it. Did anybody get a chance to watch any of the Oscars last night? I'll be honest with you, I did not. I did not watch the Oscars live. However, earlier this morning, sometimes after 12 a.m. when they started to post some of the clips, I wanted to make sure I got a chance to check out Chris Rock's monologue. Everybody in the world knew that Chris Rock was under a lot of pressure. I mean, was he going to succumb to the pressure and be a good little brown bobblehead? Shout out to Melissa Harris Perry. Shout out to Melissa Harris Perry. A lot of things to discuss this morning. Donald Trump. I'm going straight at Bill Maher and Michael Eric Dyson this morning. Yeah, a lot to discuss. So buckle up. And the show's going to move very, very fast. I've got numerous clips. I want to interact with you via text messages. And an announcement near the end of the show I want to share with you about how things are progressing. I mean, this is the future. And welcome to the future. If you missed any of Chris Rock's opening, check this out.
Please welcome your host, Chris Rock.
I knew it was going to be something that came out the public enemy, right? I don't know if he killed it, but it was certainly entertaining.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Man, I counted at least 15 black people on that montage. Hey! Well, I'm here at the Academy Awards, otherwise known as the White People's Choice Awards. You realize if they nominated host, I wouldn't even get this job.
Very true.
So y'all be watching Neil Patrick Harris right now.
Shout out to Doogie Howser.
Here's the crazy thing. This is the wildest, craziest Oscars to ever host because we got all this controversy. No black nominees, you know? And people are like, Chris, you should boycott. Chris, you should quit. You should quit. You know, how come it's only unemployed people that tell you to quit something, huh? You know?
So true.
No one with a job ever tells you to quit. So I thought about quitting. I thought about it real hard. But I realized they're going to have the Oscars anyway. They're not going to cancel the Oscars because I quit. You know? And the last thing I need is to lose another job to Kevin Hart. Okay?
Kevin Hart's in the audience.
I don't need that.
Great line.
Kev right there. Kev make movies fast. Every month. Porno stars don't make movies that fast. Now, the thing is, why are we protesting? That's the big question. Why this Oscars? Why this Oscars? You know, it's the 88th Academy Awards. It's the 88th Academy Awards, which means this whole no black nominees thing has happened at least 71 other times. Okay? You got to figure that it happened in the 50s, in the 60s. You know, in the 60s, one of those years, Sydney didn't put out a movie. I'm sure there were no black nominees some of those years, say 62 or 63, and black people did not protest. Why? Because we had real things to protest at the time. You know?
I don't know if I buy that. I mean, was he trying to say that the Oscars isn't a real thing to protest? What do you think, fam? Good morning to you. I see a lot of folks are in the chat room. I really appreciate you for checking out the flow this morning. And as usual, this will be your daily catharsis. One man, one microphone for 1 hour for now. Although on Friday we have fun, didn't we? Almost went for 2 hours. And that is the future. But think about it just for a second. I mean, how serious is this whole Oscar controversy in 2016? You've got an inch of topsoil left. You've got plastic islands because humans are trashing the entire globe. There's lead in the water. There's lead in the air. And police are still killing black folks and getting away with it. And oh, by the way, just yesterday, there was yet another Black Lives Matter protest. And it looks like the local chapter is picking up on my lead. Yes, it was I who came to you and said many years ago that there are white victims of police brutality. And their families love them every bit as much as the victims or the families left over from the victims who black victims of police brutality or violence, if you want to look at it that way. And I said many years ago, I want to see all the families together. That's a powerful image. And I'm glad to see that people are picking up on it. It's beautiful. And we'll get to that. But real quick, tell me what you think. I mean, how important is this diversity issue in Hollywood? Is it important? Should there be a boycott? I mean, should the levels of it rise to any concern? How many people are aware that the good folks over there at Def Jam Digital, they put together the All Deaf Movie Awards. They put it together in 10 days. And I want to say I appreciate and I recognize what Russell Simmons was trying to do. I'm not going to play the clip this morning. You can find it online. If somebody wants me to, just let me know. I will post it where you can find it. But essentially, as a response to the lack of diversity, and see, what you got to understand is if there's a serious lack of diversity of black actors and actresses in front of the cameras, you can only imagine what's happening behind the cameras. You got a lot of talented, not white people, okay? There's a lot. I know this is a news shocker, America, but there are a lot of talented non-white people, okay, believe it or not, who are actors, actresses, directors, producers, and all the different jobs that go on behind the scenes. And so I love what Russell did. He said, look, we put this together in 10 days, And he let a lot of young people put it together and produce it. And people just don't understand how important it is to get that first shot, right? There's a lot of non-white people who are very, very talented. Wow, newsflash. And there's a lot of talent that goes unnoticed. There's a lot of talent that never gets a chance. And I'm talking about people who could be in front of the camera and behind the camera. And what Russell did is he said, look, we're going to put these awards together not so we can recognize our own, but so that we can give these young non-white, and there's nothing wrong, with giving white folks a chance whatsoever, although America does that for it sort of inherently. But he says, look, we're going to give these young producers a chance to see what they can do. And as someone who grew up in the city, very talented, and all I wanted was a shot, I can identify. So shout out to Russell and all that. But listen, what do you think about Chris Rock? Did he represent? Did he represent, in your opinion? Did he handle his business? I thought the monologue had some really interesting points. He even went after Will and Jada. Check this out.
And he had real things to protest. It's too busy being raped and lynched to care about who won Best Cinematographer. When your grandmother's swinging from a tree, it's really hard to care about Best Documentary Foreign Short. But what happened this year? What happened? People went mad. Spike got mad, and Sharpton got mad, and Jada went mad, and Will went mad. Everybody went mad. It's quite like Jada got mad. Jada says she's not coming, protesting. I'm like, is she on a TV show? Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. It's not an invitation I would turn down. But I understand. I'm not hating. Right. I understand you're mad. Jada's mad. Her man, Will, was not nominated for Concussion. I get it. Tell the truth. I get it. You get mad. She said it's not fair that Will was this good and didn't get nominated. Yeah, you're right. It's also not fair that Will was paid $20 million for Wild Wild West, okay?
So, he went after everybody. He said, tell the truth. I'll be honest with you. Part of the reason why I didn't see Concussion is because, it was a sad-ass movie that came out during the holiday season. And then secondly, it was a horrible South African accent. Keep it real. Let me say good morning to the folks that Edward checked in first. Good morning, Edward, Omar, Brenda, Pat, Wendy, Corey, Akeem, John, Brent, Rhonda, Tracy, Wanda, Krutha, Carlene, Shanna, Deanna, Daryl, Kelly, Keena, Corey, Brenda. I really appreciate you. This is Nathan Ivey Online. Did you get a chance to see any of Chris Rock's opening? I won't hold that against you. I'll be honest with you. I did not watch it live. The good folks at PBS put on some great programming, and this is what
we don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression.
It happened at just the right.
That's right. It came on twice last night. It came on, I think it was about 8 p.m. approximately. If I'm wrong, set me straight. Disabuse me of my folly. And then it came on again at 3 a.m. And I actually watched it the first time, fell asleep, and then woke up early this morning and watched the rest of it. And it was powerful. It was very powerful. Very powerful. The entire story as presented by the good folks at PBS. And they do great work. And it was so powerful. I'll be honest with you. Near the end, and I knew the story, of course. I've read many of the books that you have about the Black Panthers. But there's just something about seeing it in a documentary that really makes it come all home. And when you can see the actual folks. And they talked about the COINTELPRO, which is counterintelligence program. And the counterintelligence program worked successfully to destroy the Black Panther Party movement, a beautiful movement for liberation of non-white people that, in my opinion, even to this day, was no threat whatsoever to white folks whatsoever. Any person that tells you that they were a terrorist group is either ignorant or just a straight-up liar. And, you know, what brought a little tear to my eye is what happened to these brothers near the end. Drug abuse,